All right, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you're new here. We are going to be happy Easter, by the way, if you do celebrate. If you don't, happy 420, and if you don't celebrate that either, happy Sunday, okay? Um, Happy birthday to all the Tauruses, by the way. I know it is your season now, okay? But we are going to be doing a collective quick reading. It may be quick, I don't know. Okay, we're going to go with the flow. All right, so we're gonna see whatever comes out for you guys. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I did just post the 21 plus reading. It's posted in the community tab, so I will be making that private to members only um, after this, okay, after I finish this video. So if you would like to go watch that, make sure you do either now or you can become a member to see all of my 21 plus readings, okay? um that being said, one more thing: if you would like a personal reading, make sure to check my bio and read through the entire price list and how to get a personal private reading, or you can wait for me to go live, mostly on TikTok, but I also when I get more interactions and comments and things like that on here on YouTube, then I will start doing Cash Up Lives more often, okay? On here, okay? But yeah, let's see. Bear with me. I am so tired, you guys. I don't understand why. I'm trying to understand if I'm experiencing burnout and I'm like catching it this time or not, but I've been so tired this past couple weeks. Okay. Give me 1 second. And please, if you're in here, if the sound messes up, please tell me, okay? But it should be good. All right, 1 second. Okay, welcome in. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible shuffle. Welcome, welcome. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you have not already. Let me see. And this is a collective reading, so whatever comes out, okay? Let's see what's going on for the collective. What does the collective need to know right now? What is going on for my collective here on YouTube? Oh, excuse me. 1 second. There we go. Okay. What is going on for my collective? Some of you guys could have Aries in your chart. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs, okay? Or you're thinking of starting some sort of business, okay? Or you have an idea, a business idea, okay? Let's see. Yeah, especially if your workplace is not working out, or you feel like something could be going wrong at work, or if you feel unstable, even, it never hurts to have more than one stream of income, okay? So some of you guys may be thinking of extra ways to make money or start your own business, okay? If you do end up starting your own business or something like that, make sure to still be generous, okay? Whatever you end up doing, or whenever you end up doing this type of business idea, make sure that you're still generous, okay? Because sometimes people get a little bit too greedy. So whatever that means for you, make sure to still be generous and treat your environment or your workers or your coworkers with respect, okay? It goes a long way, okay? Let's see what's going on for my collective. What does my collective need to know? Yeah, that being said, look what just came out, the Queen of Swords, okay? It's not to say, the Queen of Swords isn't always a bitch, okay? The Queen of Swords is someone who can be a little bit harsher, but she is someone who is very firm on her boundaries. She's independent, she said what she said, and you better not, I'm hearing, cross that line, okay? So there's something about, like, maybe that is your energy, okay? Like I said, y'all could be very strong people or have Aries, Taurus, or Libra in your chart, okay? Maybe even Virgo. But like I said, still remain respectful, okay? Know when to be nice, okay? Let's see. Yeah, don't be too materialistic, okay? We have the Nine of Cups reversed here. So, yes, you may be very stable when you do create your own business or something like that. Hello, welcome in, Jess. Hello, hello. Um, but make sure to have a heart, okay? I'm not saying y'all are heartless or whatever, but you get my drift, okay? Hope you're doing well, Jess. Welcome in. But you know how stuff goes to people's heads too much, right? It's good to have boundaries. It's good to, be a boss and whatnot and know like what you want for yourself, but you could do that while being nice enough, okay? Or genuine. Yeah, because you could possibly like lose money if you are not respectful. There's something about your attitude here, okay? Collective, so whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, something literally I'm getting something about your attitude. Okay. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but for a lot of y'all, if you want to have success long term in whatever you are doing, even if you don't have your own business or your own hobby or whatever that you make money from, make sure that you remain selfless instead of selfish. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some oracle because I don't want to get too caught up in the tarot today, to be honest. So, because I feel like I'll pull cards all day if I stick with the tarot. All right, let's see. And if you guys have any questions, if you're here in the chat for everybody, not just you, these are not personal readings, but if you have, general questions, I can try to pull for you guys on that in a minute. All right, so let me know. Um, let's see. But just keep in mind, this is a general reading for my collective here. So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it might be, just not your situation, but also let things play out. Okay. Let's see. All right. What does the collective need to know? What does my collective need to know right now? Some of y'all could be, I'm hearing car maintenance. Okay. You could be getting your car checked out, or you could be traveling. I keep wanting to say in the next 48, but this is timeless, okay? But some of you guys may be needing to check on your cars, okay? Or you could be doing some sort of maintenance when it comes to your car, taking it in, or you could be doing it, okay? Some of you guys may know somebody who does work on cars, so you may get like a discount or, get something done for the low, okay? Yes, please make sure to like the video. Also, some of you guys could be deciding on a car, okay? Something to do with travel as well, either a car or travel, okay? You could be having decisions to make um, sometime soon, okay? Let's see. Hopefully you don't have any tickets, okay, or traffic violations. Some of you guys need to go take care of something ticket-wise when it comes to your car or driving record, okay? This could also be a family member of yours that if you know you have a family member who is very not so great at driving, yeah, make sure that they go take care of something, before it gets worse, okay? Let's see. Okay. Collective, this is the second time that's come out though. If you have any friends around you or could be a family member too, but someone is like obsessed with your lover or whoever you're attracted to, or they could be attracted to you, but it's like your friend. There's something about a weird friend here. Someone's not really your friend. Yeah, caution. Okay. If you notice like a friend of yours gets like super possessive over what you do in your daily life, like if you say, "Hey, I'm going to Walgreens. I'll be back in 2 hours." If they start screaming and, getting pissy at you like, "Why can't I come?" Da, 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 like somebody you have a friend or you guys may end up having a friend who kind of wants to act like your girlfriend. Okay? And if you're a man, this person could get like you could be doing the most basic thing and they're insulted that you're not taking them along with you. Okay, so it's something like that that may be annoying to you. It also could be very windy out. Okay, so make sure, I'm hearing tie down, tie down. Some of you guys could be wearing a tie. Okay, um, but something about tying something down, and I'm seeing a tent. If you some of you guys could be camping, okay, or you need to tie something down if you're having an outside event, if especially if it's something to do with family. Kind of makes sense though. Today is Easter. Okay, so some of you guys definitely may need to make sure that something doesn't blow away. Okay, let's see. Yeah, income diversification. We talked about that in the beginning too, um, with the tarot. So some of you guys definitely are or should be looking into ways, you know, you said tie down your wig so it doesn't fly off. Period, though. You should have seen me before I even knew how to do my wigs and shit. And look, friend just came out. I mean, I taught myself over the years, but no one helped me. They just watched me look a mess. Okay. But we got friend here, okay? Maybe your only real friend is like your pet if you do have one, okay? Or you trust animals more than whoever this weirdo is, okay? This could be like a childhood friend too. They want to like, I'm not saying they're into you like for real, but they act like they are, okay? Let's see. Some of you guys also may be reconciling with old friends from like your childhood or even just from like a long time ago, okay? Why are my cards so damn stiff today? Oh my gosh. And then look, that happens. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Look, we just got two reconcile cards. Reconcile and reconcile. Somebody really wants to see you, collective, okay? What's this about? And then we got creator. Clarify reconcile here for the collective. Deception. If okay, be careful of why somebody wants to reconcile with you or why someone's like super eager. Someone could be trying to attach themselves to you, especially if you have like, we have creator here, so whatever you're creating, if it's online, if it's not online, if you're doing well in it, um remember how I just talked about the whole business thing and whatnot. If y'all end up doing well, excuse me, when it comes to whatever it is that you created for yourself, you definitely need to be careful of who tries to re-enter your life, okay? Because you know how people like clout chase and whatever, they're like, ooh, so and so has this now, let me reconnect with them. It's that type of person, okay? So just be aware of who you call your friend, okay? Yeah, you may get betrayed, okay? We have heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, hurt. This could be someone that hurt you already, like a fake ass friend. You probably already know why you guys fell off, okay, in the first place. Let's see. Readers. Some of you guys could be readers, okay? Or you could be studying more information, or you need to look into something more deeply, okay? Yeah, and if you want work, like a work-life balance, you definitely should consider starting your own business, okay? It never hurts to have more than one stream of income. And if you're good at something, profit off of it. Why not? I know some people are like, "Oh, well, I find it fun. I don't want it to seem like work." Okay, well, that's on you. That's on you. That's fine too. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, if you want to get your talents out there, I feel like people would definitely pay for whatever, it is that you have to offer. Use what you're good at, use your skills that you learn or have learned in life, and make something of it. You never know how far you could end up instead of having to slave away at a 9 to 5 for the rest of your however long you live. Okay, does that make sense? So let's see. And it's a process, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to happen overnight, but the sooner you start, the better. Okay, so let's see. Mm-mm. Some of you guys also feel like you can't be yourself, okay, or the people you're around are not allowing you to be yourself, or that's just how you feel, you might feel like you have to wear a mask around certain people. And that's funny, I was just talking about that to somebody. Yeah, mirror, or you feel like you have to like act like a certain way around certain people, could be family too. And if it's friends, if you feel like you have to fake how you really are or a persona around a group of friends or whoever, that's probably not the place for you. Okay, just saying. I feel like some of you guys are tired of wearing a mask or masking. Okay, let's see. Some of you guys, if you do end up starting something new, especially a business endeavor or something like that, yeah, while you're working like a regular job or whatever, um, move in silence. Okay, I feel like you should not tell your friends or maybe even your family, because I don't think they have necessarily the best intentions for you. Okay, so it is true though, sometimes you do have to keep your successes or achievements to yourself, because people around you will like talk either fear into your plans or they will try to sabotage you, you know. Um, and if you know, you know, I'm not even a big creator on YouTube or TikTok, but people have been trying to sabotage me from the very start, so don't ever underestimate, what people would try to do to bring you down, okay, or to try to take something from you that you created, okay? That's just an example. But let's see, because people are weird like that, okay? Yeah, don't procrastinate, okay? We have procrastinate, and then let me see what this is about. We have kinky ways. What the hell? Some of you guys may be looking to explore, okay? Or be thinking about exploring your, could be just your options, but some of you guys are trying to explore something more taboo, okay? Yeah, confirmation. Look, explore self, okay? Connect with your body, embrace sensual allure, awaken primal desires, okay? That also could be why some of you guys feel like you can't be yourself, even if it's with like a partner. Um, sometimes if you are like sleeping with somebody or whatever, or dating somebody, you guys have to work together to make things work, you know what I'm saying? So if communication is not there, then you probably shouldn't be with that person, you know. Just saying. I don't know. Pregnancy test. Don't get pregnant by someone you can't even speak to, like you're afraid to talk to them, or you feel like you can't be yourself. That's crazy. But that should be a sign that you, why would, I guess people do it all the time. People get pregnant by people they don't even really know like that. So just please be smart, okay? Because if you get pregnant by someone who you feel like you can't even be yourself or open up to, that's just going to be, why would you think that would go well in the future? If things are not good now, um, when it comes to the basic stuff of a connection or a relationship, why would you think that having a baby would be beneficial for either of you when you can't even communicate? You're going to give that baby trauma and yourself, okay, if you continue with that path, okay? Look, hook up. What are y'all doing? Be careful who you hook up with, okay? Imagine you hooking up with somebody and the sex is trash, or you feel like it wasn't even that good, and you get pregnant. Some of y'all need to be careful, okay? Look, you're gonna want to be away from this person or whoever you end up hooking up with, okay? So use protection, and I know shit happens or whatever, but why are you sleeping with somebody that you can't speak to? I get that a lot on my channel. Y'all don't communicate, but you want to be attached to people. I don't get it. Or somebody wants to be attached to you. Let's see. Some of you guys also may be getting a raise, okay? Or I don't know if you work for salary or something like that. Is it gonna start storming? Look, okay. Hopefully not. I wanted to drive later. Anyways, some of you guys could be doing well in your career though, okay? Watch who you hook up with. The sex may be trash. Protect yourself. Um, and if you are looking to explore, communication is key. Don't try to do anything without speaking to the person. I know that sounds like very basic and obvious, but I have been getting that type of energy from my collective recently. So if you want to do more, communicate that. And if you feel like you can't or you're nervous to, you probably should find someone that you feel more comfortable with. Just saying, okay? Even if you're someone who wants like no strings attached, say that. Okay, we have boss daddy here, okay? You could be very attracted to somebody, whoever this person is on your mind. They could be a boss. They could be a business owner, okay, already. Hmm. This person's stable, but you have a hard time talking to them, or they have a hard time talking to you. It could be flipped. But communication, look, expecting. Hopefully, you guys are not already pregnant by someone who you feel like you can't even speak to comfortably, okay? That's why you gotta be careful who you lay down with. Some of you guys may need to double check something, okay, to get proof in the next, I keep wanting to say that, in the future, okay, or soon. You need to double check something. Something, also be careful of like fingerprints, handprints, okay? Some of y'all could be scrubbing walls or whatever, or you'll need to because people put their hands on shit, leaving fingerprints and whatnot on glass or doors or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, some of you guys need to face the reality of your situation. I know, look, what just came. I just split the deck. Denial and denial. Okay. Confirmation. Some of you guys are in denial about what you're involving yourself in. Okay. Or like I said, this could be a future reading, so take it how it resonates, let things play out. But if you feel like you can't be yourself, leave or start communicating, open your mouth so that you can, get what you want. And if that person doesn't want to give you what you want, you know what to do next. You need to leave. Okay. It sounds very simple, but let's get a different deck because y'all, we communicate over here. I don't do the whole, oh, what's wrong? I'm going to ask you once. And if you don't know how to answer and communicate, I'm not going to sit around and try to figure it out. I don't have the time for that. I mean, I could have the time for that, but I choose not to because you should be able to communicate. You know, some of you guys need to operate more like that. If someone's not giving you straight answers, yeah, sometimes people get busy and whatnot, but they should be able to say something so that you're not wondering for the next week. Okay. Hopefully, some of your partners or whoever you're dealing with don't leave you in confusion for that long. But like I said, you got to go where, someone fits your standards. All right. What else? Do you guys have any questions or topics that you may want to cover? Let me know now. Yeah, some of you guys could be kind of frustrated, but I feel like you're bottling things up. You're definitely bottling your emotions up. Okay. What's this about? Yeah, look, read between the lines, bank failure. This could also be in your career. If you don't speak up about something in your career, you're not going to be heard, And if you speak up and they still ignore you and whatever, then you know what to do. You need to either deal with it or remove yourself, find another job, line something up and then leave. Okay? If you feel like your job is not listening to you and it's pissing you off, take the proper steps to deal with that, even if you have to take something to like the court or whatever, okay? Or, get the cops involved or something. I don't know how serious it could be for y'all, but there could be something going on with like payment failures, okay? Make sure remember what I said. Make sure to screenshot something, or, you know, when you pay for stuff, screenshot it, take the receipt, okay? For example, I didn't really care cuz I got $10, That's nothing to me, but I went to the smoke shop to get all this incense and stuff over here a couple days ago. And I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll get a new vape so that when my one right now runs out, I'll have one as a backup. And I bought it. It was only $10, but it's faulty. Something was way that tasted burnt. It was supposed to be blue raspberry, okay? And it was burnt, burnt air. That's what it was. As soon as I unpackaged it, okay. So I didn't. I could have gone back. I didn't grab my receipt. He did ask me if I wanted my receipt, and I was like, no, it's fine because I don't really care. I didn't think of returning it, and I don't even think you can. Um, but yeah, something like that may happen if you go to buy something. Something may not actually work. So yes, keep your receipt. Take your receipt. Take a screenshot. Have proof of payment. Okay. Like I said, I didn't care because I can get another one or whatever. It's whatever. Um, and I don't need to be vaping that much, anyways. So I dealt with it. But you guys may not want to deal with something that is faulty, okay? So take your receipt. Let's see, this is the third reconciliation card that's coming out. There could be a friend, especially if you're like a woman. There could be a friend or like a old best friend that's trying to like reconcile with you. Just be aware of like read between the lines, yeah, of why they're actually trying to come back, okay? Debt, yeah. This person also could be feeling guilty, or their life has not been the best, okay, since you've been separated from this person. Okay, so some people do try to like return or spin the block on people because their life is going to shit and they realize, oh, the collective was the one that, was there for me or was good to me. Let me go back to the collective so that I can quote unquote. So something like that may happen. I feel like someone's true intentions when they're coming back to you or trying to come back to you, they're not pure, you know. You know how they're like cousin or bestie, or hey friend. You got to side eye that person. Okay. Yeah, especially if you have like, even if you don't have a platform or something like that, something about your presence is you still shine, okay? Like you look good, people like you, people look up to you, um, and you're influential or you influenced this person a lot, okay? So I feel like you know how they say like when people break up or when two doesn't have to be a love situation, but when people separate, you can usually tell who was like the one in the wrong, because the person who didn't really do anything wrong or whatever was or is, oh my god, I can't speak. The person who didn't really do anything wrong, they just keep living and their life still it either gets better or it continues on the same, like pretty normal, and then the person who did wrong, they're going through hell. You know what I'm saying? So did I really? I've been so tired, girl, but I apologize if I don't remember um everything. But period, then that definitely could be your relating to you. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm like walking on air when I wake up this past couple weeks. I'm so tired. And I'm trying not to take my caffeine pills because I don't, unless I'm actually leaving the house. But you know me, I'm gonna keep going. All right, so we have spiritual hater. Okay, if you are spiritual, this person could have hated on you for whatever you believe in or whatever you practice. Um, it doesn't have to be religiously or whatever, but it could be. Let's see. Why am I hearing that song? Who's it by? I forget. It's like an old Disney. Was it from? Is it called Jump In? I don't know why I just heard that. Where she's like, jump to the rhythm and sway to the music. Okay, I used to love that song for some reason. I think that's from back when I lived in Chicago, so that was a long time ago. But hmm, what the hell? Okay, somebody could be watching old Disney movies. Okay, or something like that, or listening to old Disney songs, or just old songs that they used to that you used to live that you used to listen to in when you were younger. Okay, some of y'all could be double dutching. Okay, or I don't know, jump roping at the gym or something like that. Okay, some of y'all could be cooking or learning how to cook in the next, I'll just say it, next 48 because I'm so used to saying it. um let's see. I feel like your life is fine, but people who have betrayed you or done you wrong, they definitely it could be up to 3 people because we have had the reconciliation card 3 times so far. So, collective, if people start coming back or trying to spin the block, you can pretty much know that it's because they're not doing too well. But I feel like your life is fine. You're living life like it's normal, whatever. You're having a good time. I feel like also something about your social status could be increasing. Um, I'm hearing whether you like it or not. Okay, so whether you're online or not, if you are someone and you just go out and about, people naturally are going to be drawn to you. Okay, um, so you're getting more attention. Yeah, you are definitely getting more attention. And look, dirty offer. Be careful of who offers to you. And I do want to say also, if you're going out to eat, collective, make sure that the environment is clean enough. Okay. You can't eat at everybody's house. You can't eat at every restaurant, or you should be careful. I guess some people don't really care when it comes to, cleanliness, I guess, but, be careful of who offers you food, especially if they're like, I don't know, you know how some people are weird. Okay, somebody needs to be careful of something that someone's offering them food wise, especially if that person's like spiritual, like if you know they're a negative spiritual person, because I don't do no weird shit like that. Okay, and I don't even accept food and stuff like that, really. I really don't, even if I want to, because you never know what some weirdo has done. Which is why I was saying, like, you can't trust everybody. You can't eat at everybody's house, nor should you accept just any type of food from anybody. Yes, it might look yummy, but, you know, people are weird. And you hear about those bitches putting, trigger warning, okay? But, the putting period blood in people's pasta, I would kill a bitch if they did that shit to me. That is so disgusting to me. But anyways, somebody could be a psychopath, okay, or a weirdo like that. And if you're a man, especially if you know you mess with one of those women who do weird shit like that, just be careful, okay? Because you could be dodging a bullet. um, when it comes to, and if you know that your woman is a good woman and whatnot, and you know that she wouldn't do no shit like that, if you are dealing with somebody who is spiritual or whatever, don't go and try to treat her weird or whatever, because you know but if you know that someone's actively like trying to push food at you, or push, oh shit, it's pouring rain right now. Damn, I was gonna go outside. Okay, anyways, but if you know someone's trying to push something at you, even if it's not food, it could be an object. um people do weird shit with spiritual shit all the time, so just be wary, okay, man or woman. Let's see. Some of you guys, if you might need cash, okay? Because I'm looking at this broke ass card. I don't think y'all are broke, but definitely you might need to go get cash or go to the ATM, okay, to get cash for something. Something may not like accept actual debit cards or credit cards or whatever, okay? Can y'all hear that rain? April showers bring May flowers. What the fuck? All right, let's see. Yeah, someone wants to be in your life, like they're returning to be here for the long term, and I just think you need to be careful of their intentions and what they're trying to give you or do to you. Yeah. Mm-mm. Look, as I said that, look what just came out. Too passive. You see how he's like offering, I don't know if he's offering, but he has flowers. He's got a big smile on his face. And it's like, hi, how are you? Do you want these flowers? It could even be like love bombing. So just be aware, okay? Pet. What about your pet? What's going on with your pet collective? If you do have pets. I just heard you want a treat. You want a treat? Okay, some of you guys could be training your pets, okay? Or something about negotiating with your animals, okay? Especially if you are trying to get them to like go towards something or do a trick or whatever. I don't know. Some of you guys definitely could be bribing your animals. It could be a person too, but I am getting something about a pet. Some of you guys may be trying to train your animals, and you may need to give them something so that they are more willing to receive and do. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, educator, toxic, and dust it off. Some of you guys need to be careful what you give your pets, okay? You can't, you know how you can't give animals just any food? What is this? What is this going on with the food thing? Because whether you're a pet or not, because you're not a pet watching, obviously, but whether you're dealing with a pet and trying to train them and give them food, you need to be careful what you give them. Something may be like toxic for your pet, okay? So just do your research on that. Um, Also, if you're not if you're a human, oh my god. For those of you who are dealing with somebody, or if somebody tries to come back to you, or even if it's somebody new, take it how it resonates. um be careful of what somebody's offering you, especially if it's out of the blue, okay? I feel like you need to say no. Don't feel bad. Don't eat something just because, oh, I didn't want to say no. You need to learn how to say no, okay? Some of you. Look, what is this school? Something you guys could be in school. We just got educators, school. Something also, if you do have children, something about whatever they're learning possibly in class is toxic. Oh God. You know those, I'll just say it because fuck it. But you know how they have like the teaching gay stuff and trans stuff in children's schools? It Personally, I feel like it doesn't need to be involved in class for kids when they're adults. If they want to learn about that and whatnot, or in their free time, that's whatever. But in school, you should be learning about school stuff, you know, not what people have between their legs, unless it's like sexual education. Okay, that's just my opinion. But there could be something when it comes to either a child's class that is being taught. Yeah, and I'm looking at wisdom right here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, be careful of what people are being taught in class, okay? Even if it's you could be in school and you're like you notice that whatever somebody is teaching you, whether it's your professor or whatever, something about their mindset is like very toxic. Or even if it's not toxic to them, if you have a different opinion, that's okay, but you may not agree with something that someone is saying or their viewpoint, okay? So you may get kind of like rubbed the wrong way when it comes to how someone is thinking, okay? And if you do have children, make sure that, someone's not, I'm hearing brainwashing, okay? Oh Lord. Yeah, job security, okay. Mm, yeah, just be careful. I'm not gonna dig too deep into that because whatever. But be careful if you have kids. Um, don't push unnecessary information on them, and be careful of who you have them around. Even if it's in school, yeah, they're supposed to be teaching your kid school stuff, but somebody may have a child who's in a class or a classroom that is hearing about stuff that you don't want them to hear about because it's not necessary. Okay. If you want to educate them on certain things outside of school, um, that's different, whatever. But let's see. I feel like somebody's taking a gamble. And look, caught up evidence. Okay. Someone needs to watch somebody better. I don't know what that's about. Somebody needs to watch or sit in the back of the class or something. I don't like that. Yeah, swindler. Someone's doing something shady or trying to like twist a concept or something like that and or teach something that is, I'm not saying it's not quote unquote right, but it's not necessary, especially for the group of people that are hearing it. Okay, does that make sense? Let's see. Also, make sure you check on any contracts. Yeah, what is this recording? Expression revealing announcement. Somebody's literally trying to push some sort of narrative or some sort of information to the masses or to a group of people. I'm hearing assembly. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with liking what you like, but it doesn't need to be like your kids don't need to know about certain things at certain ages. Obviously, teach them the right things, about safety and whatever. But yeah, I just think certain things should be taught or spoken about outside of certain areas. You could talk about it, you could be about it, you could love it, you could hate it, whatever the case is, but time and place is what I'm trying to get at, okay? Time and place. And don't if I feel like if someone someone's doing something they're not supposed to do around a certain type of people or a certain age group, okay? Yeah, somebody needs to watch. Look, self-limiting beliefs, giving too much, security guard single. Somebody also could be singled out because of how they think. I don't think they give a damn. Your children are your children. If you have children, that's your kids. You're allowed to say yes or no, whether you want them to know certain things at a certain time or not. Just because the rest of the world is trying to push something onto the world or a group of people, it doesn't mean that you have to accept that. So, yeah, look, opinion, argument. You could be arguing with somebody about stuff like this, okay? Or some parent may get very angry at somebody for like messing with their child's brain, okay? You have emotional manipulation, psychological game, staying vigilant. Somebody needs to pay attention. Court. This is something that's not right. Like, if it has to be brought to the legal system, it's not right. Or somebody could want to sue or, take something to the legal system because I feel like they have a right to. They definitely have a right to. Okay. And I feel like if somebody does take something to the court, I feel like it will be successful. Like something is not supposed to be happening or being taught or being spoken about in a certain room or group of people or a certain age group. Something's not right. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see. Because I feel, how that one person speaks up finally? because they're like, this is not okay, this is odd to me. Even if you see signs of something, even if it's not pertaining to what I just talked about, if you see or notice signs, you need to pay attention and speak up about it so that you can possibly save other people and prevent a whole bunch of other bullshit or trauma on certain people. Does that make sense? Don't be afraid to speak up, okay? Even if you overhear something, it's okay to be a nosy bitch sometimes. All right. Let's see what's going on for the collective for the next 48. Whoa. Yeah, fighting for what you love and sing. Hmm. I don't want to talk about this topic anymore, but it's coming out. Someone needs to. Okay. I'm going to switch decks in a second. Someone needs to stop talking about what's attractive to younger people or something. Obviously, I don't even know how to say that. Somebody needs to stop being a creep, okay? Um, somebody needs to not. There's no reason to be talking about something inappropriate to young people like that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say about that because I don't like that energy. Um, watch who your kids are around, or don't ignore something that is not okay. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Let's get a different deck because let's do your love life now. Mm-mm-mm. Let me write a timestamp for your love portion so I can write it in there later. Where's all my... Yeah, where's my books? Whatever. Shoot, I'll just use this. Alright, 47. 47. Okay, perfect. Love. Alright, let's get into your love life, collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just heard pancake. Some of y'all could be making pancakes. Well, let's see. What's going on for the collective's love life? Okay. What's going on for the collective's love life? Currently. Okay. Trash. Somebody could be picking up trash on the beach, okay? Or your love interest is like a really, like, they hate when you litter or people litter just in general. I'm not saying you do necessarily, but this person could be, they could also just be cleaning up, okay? Whoever you're dealing with. Because I was about to say, that kind of sounds like Aquarius energy or air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe not Gemini, but someone really hates like when someone litters. Okay, so I don't know what that's about, but if you have a love interest, don't litter around this person. Okay, that's like very specific, but I don't know. Let's see. What the hell is this? Some of you guys feel lonely in your relationship or with whoever you're dealing with, or they could be feeling that way. Some of you guys are sad because this person works so much. We have financial goal setting, okay, and then loneliness. What's supersized me? So yeah, okay, some of you guys could be single, honestly. We have not committed. So some of you guys are not even like officially dating this person. Your person could have a government job, or maybe you do, okay? Or they have something, whatever they do for work is, it's very abundant for them, but they kind of suck at like time management. Okay, so maybe you're the one who feels kind of lonely or will be feeling this way because they work so much, or the time that they get to spend with you is not like often, okay? Because of how much they work and they have goals and things like that that they want to and need to take care of. So I do want to say, if you're in a situation like that and you want to stay in it, and you like the person you're with or whatever, or dealing with, occupy yourself, have hobbies, go to the gym, go for walks or whatever, do something that keeps you busy. If you're worried about what a man is doing, you're not busy enough. Okay, just saying. Let's see. Talking shit. Who's talking shit? What's this about? Collective, if you're dealing with a love situation, and you're trying to like talk shit to somebody to, I talked about this last time. If you're trying to do something toxic or start an argument with this person while they're busy as hell, they do not fuck with that, okay? They could even get rid of you. Like if you're thinking that, oh, I'm gonna start an argument because they're not giving me attention because they're busy as shit, you're the problem, okay? You're the problem if you do that type of stuff. So don't wonder why, somebody doesn't even have time to get a haircut. Like, and men, I don't know, men's haircuts don't usually take that long compared to like women's, but I guess I could be wrong or whatever, but somebody doesn't even have time to like get a haircut. So they're not cheating on you. That came out reversed. Okay. Well, if you're worried about this person cheating on you or seeing somebody else, they don't even have time to do that. So relax. Okay. Do you want this person to be broke and hanging out with you, or do you want them to be stable and, see you when they can see you and be happy that they make time for you? You know? And if you're not committed to this person, you can explore your options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket if it's like that for you. I feel like y'all are making shit up, or someone, whoever relates to this, is making shit up. That's not true. We have no facts. Some of you guys could be getting readings on somebody because you're wondering like what they're doing behind the scenes. Okay, we have spiritual seeker. So somebody could be getting readings on their person, trying to, um, you know, what are they doing behind the scenes? And guess what? They're working. They're in school, or this person is busy as shit. They're not cheating on you. They don't even have time. I'm hearing to barely take care of themselves, okay? Like that's how busy this person is. Like they could have a very high demand job or quite literally work for the government, like I said. If you're thinking this way, I don't know if that's a confirmation for you. Hopefully it is. But you need hobbies. You need to find something to do, okay? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat for the general collective, okay? Or a topic. Let me know. Well, let's see. Take a sip of this. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Some of y'all could be from the South, okay? This relationship is not toxic, but it can be if you make it that way, okay? I'm just saying. It can be, but it's not yet. Don't do that. Don't someone needs to not do that. Don't be toxic. I don't care what you're used to. If you're used to, you know, being in toxic situations or not, and you get triggered or something and start thinking that this person's doing this and that, they're busy as fuck, okay? I'm not seeing anything of, you know, this person doing you wrong. I feel like they're actually a really good person. Some of y'all need to get out the house, okay? Go party, go celebrate with your friends, your girlfriends, your homies, whatever. And if you're a man, I mean, you should be working too, so Let's see. Yeah, somebody's just trying to like maintain something or their work or everything heavy everything that they have on their shoulders. They're literally trying to maintain it. This could be a police officer or like I said, there's a government job. They could work as like a correctional officer or something like that, okay? Um or something to do with like the a jail, okay? Some of y'all your partner's locked up and that's why how delusional. I mean, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because when y'all boyfriends go to jail or be happy as hell to go back to jail, yeah, they be getting fucked in there. So you're right. You know, if you are worrying about being cheated on while you're in jail, yes, that is a thing you possibly have to worry about. Okay? Don't put it past. My man would never. These men be gay. Okay? Just saying. We have mixed signals. I don't think this person's giving you mixed signals. Okay? You need to speak up. It literally says flirt and be approachable. Again, about the communication. Puzzled. How are you confused? How are you confused? I don't get that. If you don't speak up, how are you confused that somebody doesn't know what you want? Look, indecision, more confusion. Okay, like what? That is so crazy to me. And traveler. I don't know if your person travels for work or if you're going to be traveling soon. Some of y'all are in like a long distance relationship. If you can't handle your partner being like a distance away from you, don't be in it. How are you going to you can't that the only way I feel like a long distance situation could really work logically is if somebody if like you're already dating and you were already like in person with each other before and then maybe your person had to go overseas for a little bit or something like that. If you already had like a solid foundation before and then it became long distance because of circumstances, I feel like that's more acceptable and logical, but to each their own, you know. Um, let's see. Yeah, they do. They do. Look, detective, what is this? Someone's like spying. Yeah, and spiritual. Again, someone's getting readings on their person, like freaking out. If you don't trust your person, I know it sounds easier. It's easier said than done, but if you don't trust your person, whether they're close to you or not physically, like living wise, you should not be in that situation. And I'm not going to encourage it, you know? Look, don't torture yourself. Some of y'all are setting up anxiety, you know, shaking back and forth in the corner like it's a full moon or something. What are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah, mystery. I don't know. Maybe you'll never know. Collective, if you're that worried about what this person at a distance is doing, you need to go find some hoes or something. You need to go do something else. Like I said, stay busy. Okay? If you want it to work, like I said, I don't see this person like doing anything wrong, but somebody's tweaking. Honeymooning. Clarify honeymooning here. This person's literally doing what they can to make you happy, collective. I stop being a brat. Somebody's being a brat, like a real brat. You need to be able to handle this your person being away from you for a little bit, okay? And if you're in a long distance situation already, don't why would you enter into a situation knowing what it is, knowing that your partner's miles and miles away, like you know, I just don't understand that. This person's literally doing what they can to kiss your ass so that they can make you happy. And you're over here like, it's, yeah, I just don't trust you. I just don't trust you. It's not enough. I'm still confused. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not seeing anything that this person is doing that's wrong. They're literally working hard so that they can have a good future for themselves and or maybe you, okay? But somebody's being a brat, not understanding that adults have to work, especially if it's a man and you're dealing with a man. He has to work, okay? Let's see. Look, I hate nothing about you. What other confirmations do you need that whoever you're dealing with or will be dealing with whenever this resonates? Look, swept up. This person is head over heels for you. This just fell out too. Head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. Okay. I understand having anxiety and being triggered and whatever from past heartbreak, but this person is not doing that to you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, long term planning. What did I just say? This person is literally doing stuff to try to make a long term positive future for themselves. Okay. And someone just doesn't get it. Okay. Let's get a couple more for your love life. Some of y'all need to literally clean up. Okay. Clean up, clean your house, clean something. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all have Virgo in your chart. And cleaning makes you feel calm. Um, Somebody could be stress cleaning. I used to have a Virgo friend who would just, I'd be at her house hanging out. She would just start cleaning, talking about her boyfriend, talking shit about him actually. But you know what I'm saying? So, but cleaning helped her feel better for some reason, um, which I get. It makes sense. But she would do it like real crazy. Um, Anyways, but you guys need to declutter, okay? Declutter things around you, even if it's people, it doesn't hurt. Let me see. You know what they say about that prayer? If you ask God to get rid of like anything in your way, anything not for you or whatever, He will show you by the time the sun comes up. Okay. So let's see. Should we do how? I think the last portion could be how the person on your mind feels about you. Let's do that. Okay. Excuse me. I think I want to use Oracle for this part. Can use this. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Should we stick to one card per sign or two? Let's do two. Okay. So make sure to like the video, guys. Subscribe if you have not already. And if you'd like a personal, check my bio. Okay. But we're on the last portion. So if we're going to do Aries through Pisces real quick, if you're dealing with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc. down the line, we're going to see how they feel about you currently. Okay. So if you're dealing with an Aries, sorry, if you're dealing with an Aries, this person, they like you, but they feel like you crave the attention of other people. Okay. You can also watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever, if you want. But this person does like you. They're very fond of you, but they also feel like you're talking to other people or you need the attention of other people. Okay. So let's see. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person is very possessive of you. Okay. But if you try to make them jealous, they're going to do the same thing to you. So this person is, they're competitive. Okay. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person is really, they're an eye for an eye. Like if you make them mad, they're going to make you mad. So they could be also, I don't know if they have like Scorpio in their chart. They could be a little bit, what do you call it? Is it conniving or vindictive? Okay. So they're possessive of you, they like you, but they're down to get toxic if you make it that way. Okay. You know how those crazy people say, like, you made me do this, you made me punch the wall and da 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 da. Those crazy people, right? So hopefully this person's not psychotic, but they could be. Okay. Be careful of someone blaming you for their actions if you're dealing with a Taurus. Okay, if you're dealing with a Gemini, this person could have emotional intimacy issues, okay? But they miss you, okay? If you're dealing with a Gemini, they may not always say it, but they do miss you and they do wish that things were different and they are trying to work on their authenticity, okay, with you or toward you, okay? If you're dealing with a Cancer, this person wants more alone time with you, okay? And they could have mother wounds. That's crazy that came out for Cancer because Cancer's the mom, the mother, um, the mommy issues, you know. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, their mother could be a problem. Like literally, their own mom could be getting in the way of y'all's alone time. Yeah. Like that could be why this person wants to spend time away somewhere else with you. So I don't know if they live with their mom or not. But they definitely want to have like a little getaway. Um, because their mother is a huge factor as to why y'all are having problems. Okay. If you are dealing with a Leo, this person tries to connect with you through music, okay? And look what just came out, father wounds, okay? So y'all could be dealing with a Cancer or someone who has Cancer placements, okay, as well as a Leo. But if you're dealing with a Leo, this person tries to connect with you or they listen to music that reminds them of you, okay? And this person could have daddy issues, okay, man or woman, because men can have either or too, you know. Um, so this person, if you're dealing with a Leo, they could have like masculinity issues, okay? I'm not saying their father wasn't in their life, but something about their dad, they were not taught certain things, you know, so they may not be one to step up in their masculine energy, okay? So let's see. Hello, welcome in. Hey girl. If you are dealing with a Virgo, if you're dealing with a Virgo, this person feels like you hurt them, okay? But if you're dealing with a Virgo, this person feels like you need to let the past go and that you hurt them, okay? Um, and that they're trying to heal from you. They feel like your and this person's past hold you back from your future. So that's weird. Let me clarify one more. Twin flame. Oh Lord, not entertaining that. Okay, let's not be delulu today. Okay, um, but let's see if you're dealing with a Libra. This person could feel like you're dating somebody else, okay, and they wonder if they have all your attention, okay. That's crazy. Somebody else's Libra reading just popped up. Let me go watch that. Okay, if you're dealing with a Libra, um, yeah, this person feels like they wonder if you're dealing with somebody else, okay, but they're not sure. And they also feel like something about your religion or their religion is a factor into why maybe you guys would sometimes clash or your families would, okay. So there's something about culture or religious beliefs that possibly could get in the way of this connection, okay. I don't think it's you and this person, but it could be their family, okay. So let's see, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, make sure to like the video. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this person is aware of how much they hurt you, okay? They know that you didn't deserve any of that, of the pain, okay? Whoa. And ghosted. If a Scorpio ghosted you, yeah, they know what they did and they know that it hurt you, okay? This person's excuse could be something along the lines of, oh, I had to ghost you because I was just going through stuff. Communication, people. I say that constantly on here. Communication. If you're not happy, speak up. If you're happy, speak up. It never hurts to say, I mean, it could, but if something goes wrong when you speak up for yourself or ask a certain question or mention something, you can remove yourself once you realize how somebody is acting toward you, if you speak up. If people have a problem with that, leave, okay? If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, showing out, okay? This person, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they act like they don't give a damn about you, but they do. They care, okay? They just want to appear unbothered, okay? A Sagittarius could have blocked you, or if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, yeah, they miss you. But they could, this could be the type of person who's gonna block you and then like think about you energetically. But something about their pride is too much, you know? Even though they have a lot to say to you, okay? So they could do the opposite of how they actually feel, because they want to appear like they're not bothered. And then we have, will you listen? Okay. Yeah, like I said, this person has a lot to say to you if you're dealing with the Sagittarius placement. Um, but they also feel like speaking about it is no use. You know, they feel like you won't really care what they have to say if they do ever get the chance or get the balls to speak to you about something very specific. Okay. Let's see. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, whoa. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, this person feels like you're very attractive, okay? They also feel like you're kind of out of their league if you're dealing with a Capricorn, okay? So, Capricorn, or if you're dealing with a Capricorn, if they leave you, it's because they can't handle how attractive. They don't believe that you're into them. So if somebody ends up leaving you or ghosting you, or starts acting weird or distant, it's because they're not confident, okay? They literally find you to be so attractive that they can't fathom the idea of you being into them as well. So that's how you miss out on your blessings, but to each their own, okay? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, this person is playing games, okay? Or if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they definitely do certain petty things to confuse you. Yeah. Um, that's an air sign trait, to play mind games. Um, for the hell of it. Sometimes air signs are very straightforward and whatnot, but then there's that other half of them that likes to, play mental mind games with people for some reason. So, yeah, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they kind of do things on purpose to get your attention and confuse you. I'm hearing confuse the enemy. Okay, so somebody, they know what they're doing, but they just, I don't know, they just want to play. Okay. Um, Sounds a little bit childish if you ask me, but if you're dealing with a Pisces, this person gets very jealous over you, okay? If you're dealing with a Pisces, yeah, ooh, look, just, okay. Jealousy and obsessed, okay? Yeah, this person gets very jealous over you, and they are obsessed with you, okay? This person could watch your social media a lot as well, okay? And they think about you all the time. Um, Okay, should we take these? They just popped out. If you are trying to find yourself, or if you were dealing with the Pisces, or if you end up not dealing with the Pisces anymore, they are going to be very offended by that. You trying to take time for yourself, okay? This person feels like you're very special to them, but they may have really toxic, jealous tendencies, okay? So just keep that in mind. Should we do a collective one? Let's do it. Okay, so collective. How does the person on your mind truly feel about you currently? Okay, so this is for everybody too. Um, the person on your mind also wants to see you and your wild side, okay? Something about you getting a little crazy, or if you do have a crazier side to you, they want to see it. And they want to have fun with you, okay? They want to spice things up or do something new. Also, they feel like you could be healing from something currently, or they could be healing from something, okay? So they are trying to focus on their healing, but they also want to have fun, okay? So it kind of sounds like a no strings attached situation, but it doesn't have to be. Um, but yeah, and they also feel like you're mysterious, okay? They also, I don't think they would necessarily say it out loud, but they could feel like you're being, like there's something else to you that they're not sure about, or that they are curious about, okay? Um, and this person may not understand all the time where they stand with you, okay? So that's what I got for y'all. I will leave timestamps after I go back through, okay, this whole video. We are probably at, I think, like an hour 20 minutes or something. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you would like a personal reading, check my bio. Prices are listed there. They're available anytime. Okay, just follow the instructions in my bio or underneath the description box of every single video that I post. I probably, most likely, I'm gonna try to go live on TikTok tonight for personal readings. So oh, and I did just do the 21 plus reading, so you guys have a little more time to view it now before I make it private for members only. Okay, my membership is only $3.99 a month, so you can see um, if you do end up paying for it, it's you can see all the 21 plus readings. Okay, the more vulgar stuff. Okay, so if you're interested, go ahead and join my membership. But that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see y'all tonight on TikTok. Okay, bye.